This is an interesting question. Whose job is it really to define the design space and maintain the design space? And my answer is it really varies as you move through the product development life cycle. So in the early phases of your product's development, you might have a pre-discovery, discovery function, the pure R. You might have an R&D group. Their job is really to define the design space from a formulation perspective and frame those key variables in terms of product performance. So there'll be marketing attributes that need to be achieved: product size, product shape, product disintegration, dissolution, friability, hardness, all these elements here. If it's a tablet, for example, that they're going to attempt to achieve. And there's a clinical component to that, PK/PD profile, etc. The design group, design space needs to be defined as early as possible. And if your R&D group can go through the exercise in their formulation studies to establish the key variables that drive variation at the small scale, that's going to be essential knowledge to take your product up. Now, as you move your product through the development life cycle, that responsibility is going to shift. R&D is still going to participate because they have the historical knowledge, but you're going to find that your tech transfer group, your process development group, your process engineering group, however it's organized, along with operations, all of you are going to now participate in sort of defining the key process variables that drive variation here as you scale that product up. And they will change. Know that at the end of the day, the CMC argument is that the critical output variables don't change. Any regulatory argument is predicated on the fact that the conclusions we make at phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 are all correlatable. They're all comparable. So without knowing the key variables that drive that particular variation at phase 1, you're really out of luck as you move through phase 2 and phase 3. So you're going to change responsibility in terms of understanding who owns that design space, but you're all going to participate as you move it through. And if you do that well, you're going to end up with a very robust regulatory argument at the end of the day that will easily be defensible to the agency.